All right, guys, it's ready for the new Cat Max Reel Unveil. I'm sure everybody else has already had them before me, but I like to wear mine out before I get another one out because they're so hard to get. But anyway, here's the new one. Oh, what I got here? Snag? I think I'm a little snagged. Anyway, I'm drifting down through here and I just got snagged up on this Cat Max reel. There was nothing wrong with it 5 minutes ago, but we're dragging, got hung up, and what I did is broke it free by just holding the thumb like this, and it puts a lot of pressure on this thing right here. So what I've done, not unsnagging it properly, cost me a good reel. So I'm sure somebody might be able to fix that, but luckily I can retire this one. It's hard to tell how many fish this one's caught. It's nothing against Bass Pro, nothing against this reel. I've used the heck out of this reel, but it is because I didn't wrap my line around something and pull it, and it put a lot of pressure on this, and it's busted this off. So it's my own fault. So let's don't go there with all the negative comments, but it don't matter because you see what I'm putting right back on it. But it just so happens to be the new one. Now, about a year ago, a gentleman from Bass Pro called and asked me what I thought what the Cat Max needed. And I told him the clicker needed to be relocated. And that white color had to go. But, and I wanted the larger handle. And I think they did do the larger handle and they made the white go away. So we're gonna see what's up. I'll put some line on it and get it back out there. But that is the new Cat Max redesigned Cat Max reel. So first one I've had on. Like I say, well, I'm sure it's gonna be as good as these. I get 3 or 4, 5, 6 years out of them if you treat them right. All right, I'm gonna spool it with my Monster 65-pound braid. I'm sure everybody's seen people do this before, but if you guys want to watch me do it, you're more than welcome to see how I put the braided line on there. Through the front eye, around the spool. All right, I'm just tying a little simple square knot around the line. Once it's around the spool, I'm gonna cut off the small tag end. All right, and then I pull it tight. This is where my tape comes in. Take just a little bit of tape. We want to tape this around it. We got to give the line a sticky surface to ride on so that it doesn't slip. If you don't do this and you get a big fish on and you could start reeling, the spool could be spinning inside the thread. So we're going to put the black tape on it and then start reeling, and everything will be good. It won't slip. Put it on there and just start spinning. Once you got that, tighten and drag a little bit, and now we're just going to reel the line on it. It feels pretty good, the new Cat Max reel. I don't know that here's the old Cat Max. It don't look like they changed maybe just a little bit. Not much. Not much at all. But I was told that's what was gonna happen. Hey, at least I got the white off of it. These things will hold about 120 yards of 65-pound braid. There we go. Tie on my leader, or my main line, and we'll be good. Is that a barge coming? Looks like a barge and some kayakers down there. That ain't gonna mix. All right, guys, that's how you spool up, or how I spool up a new reel. All right, to adjust this thing, and just before you throw it and backlash it, tighten this on the side up as far as it'll go, so that your sinker does not fall. And what you want to do is loosen it to the point that it does fall, and you're good to go. You should be able to throw this thing a country mile. That was 3 ounces there, so we're ready to go. I'm gonna get back out here. I got a barge coming, so I'm gonna have to get out of the way first, but we'll get restarted now that I've got a better reel. But just remember, guys, these reels are great reels, but you can't abuse them, and that's what I did. I abused my reel, and that's why it's laying on the deck now. But listen, I've caught a lot of fish on this reel and the rest of the reels, so that's that. Things do wear out, but they're great reels. All right, I've been using these Cat Max reels for about 15 years now. It's hard to believe I've been doing this professionally for 15 years, but anyway, if you guys don't know the story behind the Cat Max reels, when I first started, I was gung-ho like everybody else. Went in there with the Abu Garcias and the Calcuttas and the rods, and I laid them on my boat one time in my own house, in my own driveway. Went out to the boat because I needed to go to a tournament, and there's no rods. So I run down to Bass Pro shops and get 6 CatMaxx combos, and been using them ever since. Now, that being said, about 11-12 years ago, I got hooked up with tangling with catfish rods, and that's what I've been using, the tangling with catfish rods and the Cat Max reels for over 15 years. So that's the story. A thief got me started on Cat Max reels. That was an inconvenience when you go out to think you got 6 or 7, 8 rods in your boat ready to go, and they're no longer there. So I couldn't afford to rebuy the Calcuttas and the Abu Garcias. So I went and got me, I think back then the combo cost 69 bucks. I got 6 of them because you're allowed to use 6 in the Cabela's tournament. I've went through a lot of them. I've still got 1 or 2 that I bought 15 years ago that I'm still they still work, but I just don't use them.